Hey, what's up, guys and gals? I'm gonna take a break from the normally scheduled talk about doomsday and the impending ecological collapse of our planet and take a moment to talk about the truth about modern relationships because it's taken me this long in life to finally realize that under most circumstances it's not going to work out, and the only reason that you'd really get with somebody and cohabitate with them is if you're raising children or you are in dire straits financially and need to share the burden, or have a shared purpose to get out of debt and perhaps open a business or just find yourself financially independent. But if two people, no matter how much they say they love each other, are going to get up in each other's faces all the time, it's not going to work. I mean, I'm just going to be real here. It started to bother me as I gotten older. More and more women I approached, or at least initiated a conversation with, were a bit turned off. I could tell something was off. Like they knew something I didn't. And they knew that living with somebody is totally insane. Like I could barely stand myself sometimes. And call me neurotic, too crazy, whatever. It's enough. Like enough is enough. You need your own place. It's the only way I would get. Hold on. Okay. Look, the only way I would get intimately and romantically involved with another person of the opposite sex would be if we each had our own place. Straight up. Like ideally, I would be situated on top of like a fire watch with maybe like a small community in town, maybe like 45 minutes away. She would also have her own like perhaps yurt or community band of girlfriends that she either roommated with or in or near town. So like this time in quarantine has reminded me that, well, not only that I need to learn to love myself, but also what my limitations are. To be really conscious that as dreamy and romantic as it is sounding, waking up with the same person every day, I know how that goes. I've done it a few times already. It gets stale. And novelty fades. It's sad, but it's the truth. So, just a caution to all my younger friends who may find themselves woefully and in love, that to really examine that feeling, where that is coming from. Have you really made yourself clear to your own self? I mean, that's a lifelong journey. That's a lifelong process. And are you sure this is even who you want to be with? It's so easy to get in a hallucination with somebody new, especially if they have high social hierarchical value. For example, if they're like a pilot or like a doctor, it seems like they have like power. And I got pretty jaded. Like it's gotten pretty bad. Like it got to the point where like, man, do chicks only go after dudes with egos? What is ego? Ego is like the need or the feeling of being like superior to other people. Really, that sounds like to me like they're afraid. Like they're so afraid they need to prove themselves. Women sees that, some women see that as an opportunity to exploit that for their own gain. I see it all the time. Or right, they could just be, upstanding gentlemen who, deserve to have and raise a family. Sure, whatever. I'm not, whatever. I'm not going any further about that. The point is that our society's really done fucked with people's heads, myself included, and gave this fairy tale like vision to what, romance and like an intimate relationship is supposed to be. But in modern culture where we live like 60, 70 years, I mean, that's why you see only like older people who are like devoutly religious still with each other. I've only met a few couples in my life that were older, not religious, and still found like a deep meaning to keep their relationship going, or they've shared so much and they just barely tolerate each other. So like I said, and having kids is out of the question now because like our planet is about to go radically out of control in 15 years because of the melting ice caps. So work on yourself. There's always work to be done. Meditate and make your unconscious conscious. And try not to drink any more coffee.